Hello everybody! We're back today to make some St. Patrick's Day coasters, and these should be just kind of simple and fun. And if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I love coasters and I like to do a special set for pretty much all the holidays. So anyway, I am going to start out with this cardstock. I've used a little bit of this for a different, for my tablecloth, I guess, for my place setting coaster, but I've got plenty here left. This is from this is just a single sheet cardstock from Hobby Lobby that came out of one of their big bins there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3.5 inch hole punch, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and cut 4 of these circles to fit our coasters. And this is one of my favorite things that I don't think I could be without for resining. Just love them. They fit just perfectly inside that circle. So it's a great little extra thing to have, and you can turn this over and make sure that you have it centered right so that you're not cutting off any edges. Now, one thing I've noticed is a lot of times the cardstock that come in the big books, you know, the big thick 12 inch by 12 inch books, that cardstock is usually much thicker. The cardstock that you buy individually, at least what I find, is the majority of it is really a lot thinner. So I am going to go out and spray these really quick, the front and the back. Some of my thicker cardstocks I don't spray at all, but I am going to spray these. So I'm going to do that real quick and then I'll be back. Okay everybody, I've got my little circles are all sprayed and they're kind of sitting over on the side to dry there. I've got my little leveling table, more like a shelf, sitting here, and I've made sure that I am all level now so I won't have to keep propping sides up when I'm trying to get them to level out. So what I'm going to do is I bought this, I don't know how long ago this was, okay? It's a slime micro bead set, and I think it might have just come from Target, maybe Amazon, I don't know. But it has all of these really tiny little ball beads in there. There are no holes in them, obviously, because they're just so tiny. They're like micro beads, okay? So I've taken this color of green out and I am going to use it for my rims of my coasters, okay? Just the rims. So I am going to pour just a tiny bit of resin into one of my little cut off water bottle cups here. And I've made up 8 ounces of Naked Fusion Diamond Clarity. I think that's going to take about, I'm going to see, each coaster takes about 4 ounces. So I am thinking that, let's see, it's going to be about half an ounce. I think this is for about 2 ounces. I should be able to do all 4 of the rims. So I'm gonna start with that and see. Okay. I just really love using these little these clear measuring cups with the black on the sides because you can really see how much you're mixing and also how much you're using. Now, this is the first time I got a new camera, so this is my first time using this camera. I'm hoping that this will be a good one. Let me know if you see any difference. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of cramping in on a tiny little section that I work in, and I've got to spread out a bit here. Okay, so here is this. Here are our green micro beads. And you know what? I think before I start, I'm actually going to spray my rims. So I'm going to pour just a tiny bit of clear resin into these rims, not very much. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my beads in there. This probably won't need maybe quite that much now. Don't know. All right. Get these. I've poured about this much in. These little micro beads make really great little flower centers as well. If you're looking for something to kind of mix with seed beads or with your little bit of glitter. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the effect we're getting with this. I think I might actually... Okay, I've decided I'm going to put just a bit of my Martha Stewart Peridot chunky glitter in with this. Kind of a last minute thought, but I'm going to give it a little bit of sparkle. Okay, let's see if we can get these in here now. Just a bit more. Go, get that down in here along with our... You don't have to go to all this trouble for your rims. You can make this coaster really simple and just pour a clear color in there and not have to go through all these steps. I would still recommend putting a little bit of alcohol in your rims though before you pour. Okay, let's see, there's still a lot of micro bubbles in there from the glitter. You don't have to go to all this trouble for your rims. You can make this coaster really simple and just pour a clear color in there and not have to go through all these steps. I would still recommend putting a little bit of alcohol in your rims though before you pour. Okay, see, there's still a lot of micro bubbles in there from the glitter. I'm gonna let those rise up a minute. Actually, maybe I'll put my heat gun in there real quick. You have to be careful using your heat gun or anything hot inside these cups because they do tend to melt a bit on the sides, which doesn't bother me a whole lot if I keep an eye on it. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and pour, and then we can always do more alcohol as we need to. Now you want just really a tiny amount around the edges. Okay, I am going to go ahead and place these in the curing machine so that they can start curing. Okay, everybody, we're back. Our rims are completely cured, so we're ready to do our next step here. I've got 8 ounces of resin made up, and let's see, where is my alcohol spray? I'm going to go ahead and spray just a bit in the bottom of my coasters, just a bit. And go ahead and pour this. I don't want it full. I do want it to cover the bottom, but I don't want it too full. Okay, just enough to cover the bottoms, really. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Looks like it's all covered. Do another spray here. I don't really see any bubbles in there. I do see like a few lint pieces. And a piece of glitter. So now what we're going to do is I've got some gold coins here that have little 4-leaf clovers on them. Okay, so we're going to place some of these little like gingham checkered patterned clovers These are 3-leaf clovers, but it's okay. So I'm going to take just a couple different sizes here and put them in. These are, I'm putting them in upside down. These are transparent or plastic stickers, okay? So yeah, nothing to make them need to be coated with any kind of spray or anything. I'm going to lose a glove here. Okay. And a small one. Thinking we'll kind of maybe put our coin here in the middle. Okay, so we're going to leave it like this for a minute and let this cure. We're going to let this thicken up, that's what I mean. Okay, we're going to let these thicken up. So now, as long as we don't have any of our coins sticking up out of the resin, which doesn't, it looks like everything's covered. Okay, nothing, the stickers, nothing seems to be moving around much anymore. Okay, so, yep, it's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to take our little round checkered gingham surfaces that we sprayed from the very beginning. We had these sprayed. So let's go ahead and get these over here. Looks like some ink came through on that. I wasn't really anticipating that. I had these sitting over on top of something, and I see that they picked up the ink. It was on a USPS padded envelope like this. This is what I took them outside to spray them on, and it looks like that some of them might have picked up a bit of the blue ink here. You see just that little bit. Should be okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take my whatever I've got left here, which isn't a whole lot, but I'm going to go ahead and put this over the top. Just kind of help weight these down. So now what we've got to do is I've got to mix up some more resin enough to cover up the bottom parts here. Okay, so I'm probably going to do, well, if we want to get them done quickly, I need to do clear. If we want a colored base, then we need to wait till all of this cures before we can put a color under here. My gosh, we're having a thunderstorm here, and my little cat is wanting everybody to know it. All right, guys, I think I am decided. I'm just going to go ahead and cover this with clear because we've got color in the rim. We've got the color base, and I really just don't see that we need a colored background. Okay, but you can get creative with this, and yeah, all kinds of things you can do. So I'm going to mix up more resin, and then I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I will see you then. Okay, everybody, I've mixed up 6 more ounces of resin. I've got a few bubbles in there. This is all just for the backing, so I actually don't really care too much about the bubbles back there. I'm probably going to put a cork backing on these anyway, so it's going to cover it up. It's mainly just to, you know, hold our paper in place and to give it some height. And yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to give a couple, just a good squirt or 2 in there, and some over our coasters of alcohol. And I use 91%, Some people use 99%. Anything lower than 91% probably won't work real well. And 99% probably works really great. It's a little strong for me. Sometimes I don't wear my mask around that alcohol, and sometimes I do. But anyway, that's your preference. Do your research on that, but it works great for the bubbles. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pour, and then when I get these leveled off, I am going to place these in the curing machine so that we can get them done a little quicker than it would be if we didn't do that. Okay? Okay, yep, that was 6 ounces and it took the whole thing just exactly perfectly. So let's see, does everything look centered from where you guys are? I got a little piece of glitter in there. I don't care. It's on the bottom. I don't see any big bubbles coming out. Hopefully we won't have any. I'm hoping that we've got that all kind of under control. Now, one thing I've learned using this new little curing machine that I got on Amazon is it works great. It really does speed things up, okay? But if you're using stickers or paper, well, I guess not really so much paper, but some papers, if it's got any kind of a plastic coating or anything, which this does have a Mod Podge sealant on it, these papers. So if you put your temperature too hot, it's going to cause your paper or your stickers to curl, and then it completely kind of messes up your whole thing. So instead of using it at 100 and, gosh, I think it suggests like 140 degrees on this, I turn it down to about 125, 130, and it just takes a little longer. But and sometimes I even put it a little lower than that, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and put these in there, and then when they are cured, I will be back for us to demold these, okay? I will see you probably in about, I don't know, an hour, maybe a little less. See you then. Okay, everybody, I'm back to demold these. I took these out of the curing machine. They're still kind of warm, but they are touchable, smooth, and cured. Now, I had a couple of papers. This one curled up just a little bit, and part of the problem with that is that I didn't really watch my timer on it. I just set it and thought that I was going to be able to stay in here. Well, I got sidetracked doing something else and kind of forgot that they were in there. So they stayed in there a little longer than they probably needed to. But anyway, it's not bad. It's not like sticking way out. It just, you can just see inside that it's just curled a little, or wherever that is. Yeah, not bad. Same with this one. A little bit of a curl, just a bit, but it's not gonna mess with it at all. But let's go ahead and take these out and see how they turned out. Excited to see them. Now these molds that I'm using are a little dull on the front side. I need to order some new round rimmed coaster molds. I just make so many of them. So I'll probably have to go ahead and put a little clear coat over the top of these to make them shine. Somebody, one of my viewers suggested, I believe it was Pam, suggested that I do a silicone, put some, like a fresh layer of silicone on my molds to make them shine. And I thought that's such a great idea, but you know, I haven't really looked into see exactly how to do that. But I need to do that soon. So anyway, here we go. We got this one out. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's cute, but do you see what happened? So yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to using that cure. But this little clover completely rolled up. Okay? This one's fine. This one just curled a bit, but this one completely rolled up. So yeah, but our rim looks great. The coaster looks great. It's kind of got a 3D look to it. It's kind of fun. I definitely like the shine and the gloss from it, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I do come in and put a clear coat over the top of these. So let's see if we had any others do that. Any others that rolled on us? I don't know. Get this one out of there. Okay, just pick those off real quick. All right, let's see how this one looks. Here it goes. Okay, this one's not bad. So we didn't have any of these, none of these curled up into the little ball. This one did just fine. They're really cute. They're festive, fun for St. Patrick's Day, right? So yeah, that's great. Love it. Love it, love it. I just really enjoy doing these holiday coasters. I think I've got a set of 4, several sets for Christmas. But I think I've got at least a set for just about every other holiday. And we've got Easter coming up, so that'll be fun. We'll do something for that too. Okay, so now here's our ink. Hopefully it didn't show on either side. I think I tried to place it behind a clover, but we will see. Here this one goes. Okay, so we have this larger clover did start to curl up underneath itself. I'm wondering if I might have done that when I stuck the stick in there, trying to slide that back in after I put the green on. This one's rolled. This one's a bit tucked in, but the rest of it looks okay. It's still really cute. Still really cute. Can probably just do maybe 1 or 2 of the coasters. I can redo the ones that with the rolled up clover here if I want to, and maybe redo this one. I don't know. Kind of gives them some personality. I've said in some of my past videos that that I really, sometimes I don't get perfection. I just want to inspire you guys with the ideas to try these, and maybe you can perfect them a bit better than what I am doing here. But I just hope that you can have fun with some of these ideas. Let's see how this last one turned out. Okay, this one didn't turn out bad at all. We didn't have none of them rolled. Looks like our coin kind of moved over a bit, kind of on top of the little golden clover there, but that's okay. It still looks really cute and festive, it's fine. It's just, it makes kind of a cute set, a cute conversation pieces, all 4 of these, and I think that they turned out really fun. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring you down off of the camera stand and show you a little bit closer up, and then I am going to go ahead and do a little top coat of clear resin, and you probably don't need to see that. When I get that done and they're cured, I'll post a picture under the community tab here on YouTube, and then also probably a final picture on Facebook. I appreciate all of you who are kind of joining the Facebook group. It is something that I have to try to remind myself to get on there and try to be a little bit more active, but I will definitely start posting more pictures of some finished products and maybe some things that I've done in the past that I haven't done a video on, but you might want to see some pictures of different things I've done. Okay, so anyway, here they are. Thank you for joining me. This was really fun, actually. Even though they didn't turn out 100%, they're still usable, they're still great. We didn't really get a bunch of bubbles or anything in here, so I'm excited about it. I lived, learn a little bit. Maybe I gotta set Alexa next time and set a timer and, remind her to remind me to come in and check on my curing machine. All right, you guys, thank you so much, and I will see you next time, and I'll bring you in for a closer look.